Okay, this is a light tester that I use in my car to test for faulty wirings and faulty fuses. It's work like a continuity tester when you connect this one to a negative and this one to the wires in question. Maybe it is shorted or an open circuit or a fuse which is busted. Unfortunately, I have inserted this to a 220 volt. That's why it is burnt and it's not working anymore. So I really need this tool to fix my car. I am planning to make a lower price version of this using LED and a ordinary AC test light screwdriver. Before we can start building the cheap version of the light tester or the DIY version of the light tester, we need some materials, electronic parts. We need a resistor. It's a 1 kilo ohm resistor. Its color code is brown, black, and red, and gold. An LED or a light emitting diode, and AC test lamp. This is purchased at 20 pesos at the hardware store. This is very cheap. Wires, we also need some wires. This wire is automotive wire. I think this is 18 gauge wire, but any size of wire is okay. Alligator clips, the tools, we need basic electronic tools or electrical tools like for this side cutting plier, okay, a long nose plier, a wire stripper, and a soldering iron here. Okay, let's start assembling our DIY a lamp tester for a light tester for our car. Okay, first we're going to disassemble the AC test lamp. So we're going to uncap the handle. Okay, just be careful because it has a spring inside, so it might lose the spring. Okay, just going to put it there. Okay, you can see it has a neon bulb. Neon bulb is used for AC testing because it's designed for high voltage, but unfortunately we're going to use our test lamp for 12 volts, and this neon lamp won't light at 12 volts, so we'll need to replace this neon lamp with a LED lamp. So we're going to disassemble this assembly because we're going to put the LED inside this tube. Okay, just be careful. It has a rubber stopper at the ends, so using your fingernails, just okay, you pop the, just be careful not to lose the rubber stoppers because it is very difficult if we have I don't have the rubber stoppers anymore. Okay, I have completely removed. I'm going to remove now the neon lamp. This is the neon lamp, but for this build we don't need this neon lamp, so we're going to set this aside. Maybe we can use it for our next project. Okay, it's now time to assemble our LED and a resistor circuit that we're going to put inside the handle of the AC tester. As you may observe, there is a shorter leads and a longer leads in LED. LED has a polarity, so we cannot connect it in reverse. So what this difference in the length of the pins means is this longer pins is the positive and the shorter pins is the negative. So we'll be bending the positive, the longer leads upward, like this. Okay, you can use a long nose pliers to properly bend this LED leads. Okay, we are now already bent the LED lead. Okay, so next we're going to cut the negative side, the shorter length lead of the LED. You can cut it at maybe 5 mm. Okay, we have already cut the LED. Next, we're going to prepare the resistor. Resistor has no polarity, so you can connect it in any direction. Okay, so we will cut the one of the leads of the resistor. We leave it similar to the LED, 5 mm. Okay, so we're going to solder it now. Okay, solder these two together. We have already soldered the LED to the resistor. So we're going to put this inside the plastic tube that we removed from the lamp tester, AC lamp tester. So we're just going to insert it here. We're going to bend some wires. Then insert the rubber stoppers. I think the other rubber stopper is one. Okay, this is now a completed assembly of a 12 volts lamp light tester for car. Okay, we're going to insert it to the housing. Make sure that you inserted first the side which the bended terminals of the LED is pointing into the housing of the lamp light tester. Okay, we're going to install the spring and the cap. Okay, this is a completely assembled 12 volts light tester, but we have not yet connected the wires here, because unlike the AC, you're just going to touch this portion and you're going to connect it to the AC, and your body will be the ground for the neon lamp. But in a DC system, you really need to connect the other end to the ground, which is the car body. So we need the wires and the alligator clips so that we can connect it to the car body of the body of the car, or the negative terminal of the car battery. So we're going to assemble the alligator clip and the wire. So we're going to connect it like this. First, we need to remove the red insulator or the rubber insulator in this alligator clip. You can do this by clipping the alligator to a long nose pliers and gently wiggle and pull it out like this. Okay, so you are already pulled out the the metal part of the alligator clip. Okay, this time we're going to solder the wire. So we need something that we're going to clip the alligator clips so that we can easily solder the wires here. It's very difficult if you're going to hold it while soldering. Okay. Okay, we need to cut this portion of the wire because its insulation is already damaged. In using a wire stripper, we're going to cut 3 mm, I guess. Okay, this is already enough. So we're going to solder now the wires to the alligator clip. But before we're going to solder, we'll need to insert this insulation first, because if you're not install it, you're going to install it later, it will be very difficult. Okay, as you may see, I leave bulb of solder here in the wire so that we can easily solder it to the alligator clip. We also need to put some solder here so that it will be easy for soldering. Okay. So we're going to connect it now. Okay, well, we have already connected the wire to the alligator clip, but I'm going to put this aside. Okay. We now already assembled the alligator clip going to the wire. So next we're going to solder the other end of the wire to this portion of the light tester here. So first we're going to remove, because it will be this portion, this metal portion of the lamp tester will get hot and it might melt the plastic. So we're going to remove it using some long nose plier. Using long nose plier, going to hold the metal and remove the old soldering. We're going to put a new solder lid soldering lid here. Just make sure you don't touch this portion while soldering, because this gets very hot. Okay, now we're going to strip the other end of the wire so that we can solder it to the tester cap. Okay, we have successfully connected the wire to the cup, but it's not yet we cannot handle it, we cannot touch it yet because it's the cap is still very hot due to the soldering. So we're going to set aside this for 1 minute or maybe more so that it will cool down. 1 minute has passed and I think we can already touch the metal. It's not hot anymore. Here we're going to insert the spring. Make sure you don't forget to insert the spring, because the spring will going to make contact with the light assembly to this cap. Okay, we have now a light tester, a DIY version, a cheap version of the expensive light tester here. So this can be only used for 12 volt testing. This cannot be used to 220 volts AC. And okay, so we're going to test it to the actual car so that we can confirm that this tester already function as it should be. We open up the hood of my car, so we're going to test our light tester. We're going to connect it the negative. This is the negative terminal of the battery. So we're going to check if the battery has a 12 volts or it is has a charge. Okay, as you can see, the tester lights up. This means that the battery is in good condition. Okay, we're going to check some fuses. Check some fuse. Okay, we're going to check this fuse if this is okay. Okay, as you can see, it lights up, so this fuse is okay. Yeah. Okay. It lights up. It means that this fuse is okay. So we have successfully made a cheap version of the light tester. It only cost me 50 pesos to build this one, and I guess that's all for now, and thank you for watching.